Hey everyone, SoundHound AI stock is getting a lot of interest from investors looking to capitalize on the growing effectiveness of artificial intelligence. So in this video, I thought I'd provide an overview of what investors should know about SoundHound AI stock. So let's get right into it.
I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now.
All right, so there are three pillars to SoundHound AI's revenue model. The first pillar is product royalties, where we voice enable a product and the product creator pays us a royalty based on volume, usage, or duration. So there are three forms of payment that SoundHound AI will take. Number one is a royalty based on volume. This is, for instance, if a voice enabled remote control sells 1 million units, it pays SoundHound AI 50 cents per unit, for example. Just an example, right? The second form is usage. This could mean for every time someone uses the voice enabled feature on a remote control, they pay SoundHound AI 10 cents. So it's on a per use cases that SoundHound AI generates revenue, not on how many units sold. So if people use the product more often, SoundHound AI will get more revenue from that particular deal. And the last one, the third one, is duration. This is more simple. It could just be a 3-year deal where the company pays SoundHound AI a royalty based on 3 years. Now, out of these three, the duration model is the most predictable, right? Because you can say, all right, over the next 3 years, we're going to get 1 million per year, whatever the deal might be. The other two, volume and usage, is more uncertain. SoundHound AI doesn't know really, and it can't predict with any accuracy how many units of a certain product will be sold or how much a certain product will be used. So if predictability is what they're looking for, duration is the better model. Now, SoundHound AI is only recently growing. They don't have that much negotiating power just yet, but as they get bigger, they can start to exercise negotiating power and get their revenue model to their favor, right? Pick the form, either duration, volume, or usage, that best favors SoundHound AI. For now, they're relatively young and new, so they don't have that much negotiating power, but eventually, if they grow to a larger size, they can exercise that negotiating power. So the second pillar is service subscription. This is where SoundHound enables customer service or food ordering for restaurants or content management, appointments, and voice commerce. And for that, we generate subscription revenue from the service providers. So this is more like a duration contract where it's a certain amount of money per month or per year, and also more predictable for SoundHound AI. The third pillar creates a monetization ecosystem that brings the services from pillar 2 to the products in pillar 1. It combines their two categories. For example, when the driver of a voice enabled car places an order to a restaurant that is also voice enabled, we will have unlocked a seamless transaction. So that's longer term an opportunity that SoundHound AI can unlock. Imagine you're pulling up to a drive-through McDonald's, for example, and you have the voice enabled service on your car, and that McDonald's location also has voice enabled ordering. You can order from your car, and that order can be displayed on your touch screen on your car, and you can feel confident that the restaurant got your order right, and you can order in the confines of your car instead of opening your window and trying to order through the drive-through speaker, which may or may not be effective. And there's all this voice that's disrupting the communication, and you're going back and forth with the restaurant. And this way, communicating with your car inside allows a more seamless transaction. Also, it allows for ordering ahead while you're driving. Let's say you're on the freeway and you know you're going to get to that restaurant in 15 minutes. You can order ahead, and by the time you get there, that order can be ready. so that when you pull up to the restaurant, all you need to do is pick it up and be on your way instead of waiting in line at the drive-thru, then waiting in line for them to prepare your order, and then going and paying and moving on. This can enable the transaction to be more seamless and offer a win-win situation for everyone involved, right? Because if you're a restaurant and you enable this technology, you don't have to pay a drive-through person. You don't have to pay someone to process the transaction, right, to take the payment. All of that can be done digitally, and you save money on labor. And so it's a better experience for the customer. It's also a better profit transaction for the restaurant. So it's a win-win situation. It's almost a no-brainer if SoundHound AI can offer that service to the restaurant and to the car company at a low enough price to make it worthwhile for everyone involved. So hopefully this does gain traction because it would improve so many transactions between a person when they're going to a drive-through restaurant. So during the periods that they've presented in the financial statements, they have not yet generated revenue from leads and transactions on voice-enabled products from voice-enabled services. So that example I just gave, that example that they gave, they haven't yet unlocked that opportunity. They're working on that. They're trying to do that, but they haven't yet been able to get there just yet. But going forward, SoundHound expects to monetize revenue to be generated through a combination of advertising from the music app and over time from leads and transaction on voice-enabled products from voice-enabled services, which we expect will provide much more seamless opportunities for consumers to access goods and services that they want as we further build out our scale and voice-enabled ecosystem. And that is true. If they can unlock that, it would add significant value to consumers and to restaurants. So both sides of that transaction are hoping for SoundHound AI to develop this technology. We expect this disruptive three-pillar business model will create monetization flywheel. As more products integrate into their platform, more users will use it, more services will choose to integrate as well. This creates even more usage, which creates even more products to creators, and it just has that positive virtuous cycle, which is true. If it can unlock this, it can create that positive virtuous cycle because as more cars become enabled with this voice-enabled technology, then more restaurants will want to offer this voice-enabled technology as well because they would want to gain access to all those individuals who have those cars with voice-enabled ordering. They wouldn't want to miss that opportunity. And then as more restaurants accept payments and accept orders from voice-enabled cars, more consumers will look for cars that have that voice-enabled technology. And then that will create even more individuals with cars that have that technology, which will create even more demand from restaurants to enable that technology, which will then create more consumers that want cars, and on it will go until nearly every car and every restaurant, every drive-through restaurant that is, offers this service. Now, that's a long way away from now, but that's an opportunity that SoundHound AI can unlock, but it's not going to be easy to unlock this opportunity. It's going to take great execution. It's going to take great business execution from SoundHound AI to deliver on this opportunity, which is huge, but it's also extremely difficult. So that's something I'll be paying attention to, and that's something I think all SoundHound AI stock investors should pay attention to as the company moves forward. Before I let you go, let me tell you about the greatest deal on YouTube. With just a click of a button, you can get free financial analysis from a professor with decades of investing experience. So what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you again soon.